kita boleh
Menteri MITI, John Pearson dan seluruh rakan-rakan dari DHL, WTO, Timbalan Susah Agung, dan rakan-rakan Timbalan Menteri dan semua yang ada, terima kasih. Dan sekali lagi lah kita ucap tahniah khususnya kepada MITI dan DHL kerana dapat menjayakan satu program yang agak penting sebagai prelude kepada sidang ASEAN yang akan dikelolakan dalam beberapa hari lagi. Dan tentunya saya ambil kesempatan ini juga untuk menyatakan penghargaan yang tinggi kepada seluruh keluarga MITI, Maeda, Cotrade dan semualah yang nampak menjadi tonggak bagi kejayaan kita, terutama dalam bidang pelaburan dan perniagaan. Now, thank you very much, particularly John Pearson and your team, for this confidence shown, and Malaysia, of course, appreciate this, and will do whatever is necessary to make sure that we can facilitate and accelerate your investments and networking, not only in terms of established business entities, but more so the more pressing need to enhance the capability of the small, medium industries. Now, through the Good Trade Initiative, DHL has empowered thousands of micro, small and medium enterprises, and you made two references to women-owned businesses to reach global markets and compete with confidence. Such initiatives render meaning to what we undertake to implement in terms of our key strategies of inclusivity and sustainability. Inclusivity other than dealing with the marginalized, the poor, urban poor, but of course the women comes into play with the youth. And I think your emphasis is much appreciated because it would give and complement many of our efforts. Now, such initiatives are vital at a time when the world economy stands at the crossroads. But I certainly take note of your remarks that at times we tend to be too concerning, exaggerate the problems and issues. But you look at your historical antecedents, this sort of a semi or upheaval or turmoil has been there in politics, in geopolitics, in trade, in investments, and somehow or the ingenuity of the business community, the private sector, and human beings, their ingenuity would be able to somehow surmount and overcome. You remember I made reference this morning to Schumpeter's gale of creative destruction coming after such an upheaval, economic malaise and challenges. But again, with clear policies, with determination, with discipline, with commitment and the rapport, understanding between the public and the private sector, we are able to overcome. I'm not suggesting that it's easy. We'll be meeting all leaders from the United States, Canada, India, China, Korea, Japan this weekend. And we have to seriously deliberate on these issues. I'm not underestimating the importance of such deliberations, but I'm cautiously optimistic that somehow or other sanity will prevail. And otherwise, we'll all be in the doldrums. So we have to deal, of course, with tariffs, restrictions, fluid trade policies that are shaping global supply chains. Now, but such turbulence remind us the importance of resilience, agility, and regional cooperation. Now we believe that amidst this uncertainty, ASEAN must continue to embody the principles of openness and unity, and their collaboration with the private sector, including established ones. That's why your presence. I mean, I don't normally attend sanctions, except if it is totally a government initiative with some. But then DHL has given some exception, and thanks to MITI, Minister Zafrul, and the importance we give. But you certainly realize that this region, particularly ASEAN, has become a crucial link in the global supply chain, a hub for manufacturing, vibrant market for 680 million people, and by the extent of our productivity, is going to be 700 million soon. Although I would say that we should be productive in other areas too. Now, within 5 years, ASEAN is expected to become the 4th largest economy in the world. This growth is not accidental. It is the result of collective resolve to uphold free and fair trade while harnessing our comparative advantages. Now, our aspirations, Malaysia's aspirations is clear. We aim to strengthen our role as a trusted investment hub while ensuring that local enterprises and startups are not left behind. That's why the theme is still inclusivity. Government continues to support SMEs through expanded guarantees, financing facilities, helping them to innovate, digitalize, compete confidently in global markets. The path forward must be guided by technology, sustainability, and inclusivity. Digital transformation, artificial intelligence, and automation are no longer luxuries. They are the very tools that will determine competitiveness in the years ahead. SMEs and multinational corporations are partners in this journey. The growth of one depends on the strength of the other. By deepening collaboration, we build an ecosystem that drives innovation, job creation, and shared prosperity. So, distinguished guests, as ASEAN Chair, Malaysia is determined to advance a vision of unity that is both principled and pragmatic. We introduced recently the ASEAN Vision 2045. And as I had alluded earlier, the theme for this year is inclusivity and sustainability. So that we are not talking just about growth, although growth is an important economic imperative, but growth that uplifts. Economic progress must be measured not merely in figures and numbers, but in dignity, in the dignity of work, the well-being of families, and the fairness of opportunity. Our priority economic deliverables reflect this conviction. They place MSMEs, women entrepreneurs, and youth at the heart of regional development. By fostering integration, connectivity, and digital resilience, we can forge an ASEAN that is not just stronger, but also fairer and more compassionate. Now, in advancing this vision of deeper integration, it is timely that ASEAN and the world at large turn their attention to Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, or RCEP, the world's largest trade agreement encompassing nearly 1/3 of global GDP and trade. For ASEAN, it represents far more than an economic arrangement. It is a strategic affirmation that open regionalism remains our pathway to shared prosperity. As we prepare to host the 5th RCEP leaders meeting later this month, or next week, Malaysia intends to reinforce ASEAN's central role in guiding its implementation. We want RCEP to serve not just the interests of large multinational corporations, but also to deliver concrete benefits to our SMEs, workers, and communities. So we depend to a large extent on our ability to translate commitments into opportunities. This includes addressing non-tariff barriers. Good luck, Zafrul. Enhancing trade facilitation, ensuring that the digital economy, green transition, and services sector are fully integrated into the framework. So we will continue to endeavor this, and I must thank again my colleagues, Zafrul, Chintong, KSU, and the rest, for their indefatigable work in ensuring that we succeed, first through domestic resilience and regional cooperation and strength. Thank you very much. Terima kasih.
Malaysia Madani, rakyat disantuni, timur, barat, selatan dan utara.
As we get our camera crews on stage, we'd like to invite Yang Amat Berhormat Prime Minister and all our distinguished guests to kindly take their seats.